It's had a few times where you're able to do pretty well. What do you think of the defense today?
Well, I think we're more physical, and we know how to fit up the gap, and pretty much, they gained some yards. They had so many opportunities, I wish we could have stopped them on a couple of the fourth downs when they barely got it. That would have helped us out a lot, but we didn't.
The second half, when they sort of just overpowered you, was that just your guys had run out of steam by then, do you think, or the momentum, or how do you explain that?
Well, we should have had a pick on the 7 route. Safety was right there and just misjudges it. Kid makes a great catch. We fumbled the ball in the end zone, give them a 2-point conversion, and then they give them a short field and miss a couple of tackles on the kickoff return. So then, when you got a really short field, it's easy just to kind of methodically gain 2.5, 3.5, 2.5, 1.5 yard, and make the first down and go on in. So I think that was, wore down on you as you went.
As bad as the score was this different than a year ago in your opener? Do you feel different about your team?
Well, I feel like we're more physical. There's no doubt in my mind. I feel like we're a more physical football team. They're just very disappointed on us, making some of the careless mistakes we made and things like that hurt the game, got the game out of hand, so to speak.
Is Iheanacho healthy, or did he didn't play in the second half?
He didn't play in the second half. We're going to find out probably tomorrow, so we go to see the doctors and everything tonight.
How's Otten?
I don't know. I'll find out when we.
Do you know what the injury was?
No, I have no idea.
Can you talk about the first quarter, the almost near interception by Driver and the challenge? Take me through what was going through your head when you were.
Well, he caught the ball in the end zone. The tight end was on top of him, and his foot was down underneath him. So, as you could tell, it took him forever to review it. So, I still think his foot was in bounds. I don't think they could completely tell. But when you can catch that ball in the end zone, you're down there on the 1-yard line, you ought to take a challenge at it. And it took him a long time to review it. And I think it was the right thing to do for sure.
Can you also talk about the drive you started on the 1-yard line? You kind of took 40 yards out. And,
yeah, that was a big drive for us. We got the ball out of there and got us got them out of a short field, and had a chance to. And then we kind of bogged down there. They tipped a pass, I think.
I know Faulkner, you said he didn't do so well, but what do you like? That's the overall impression. The first half, do you think that any different impressions from that? Anything he did well?
Yeah, he made some good throws and made some good plays. We just can't afford to fumble the ball 4 times in a game. And he hasn't been doing that in practice, and hopefully he won't do that next week.
Is that nervous?
I have no idea. I guess it is. I guess it would be.
Any other questions for Coach MacIntyre at this time?
Yeah, they're a good football team. They're better than we are, and I think they're a good football team. We gave them a ton of points. The score's not as indicative, and they had such a short field to go, and we gave them so many things. But I think they're a very, very good football team, and I think they'll have a great year.
Coach, any positives from today?
I think the way we pretty much we did well, I thought, against the run, stopping the run a little bit. I mean, they gashed people last year in the run. Virginia Tech, they just gashed, and they gashed Oregon on the run, and they weren't able to do that against us today. So I would say that would be an area that I thought we did okay in, even though they gained a few yards. But that, as you saw, that was as it kind of just wore down.